Incendio Supremacy as they don't pick it up, or maybe they just prioritize the glue, right? But then again, Eve will not be going through. Team HAQ can consider banning out the glue this time. As compared to the previous game, it was very difficult to deal with. Though they have shown that they can actually defeat the glue with the Grok.
Yeah, for Team HAQ, right? They honestly, right now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Just leave the carry open. You have a lot of other picks. You have an assassin player as good as Gary that can dive towards that carry if Incendio actually pick it up. We've seen that Sunshine here on the carry so far in this tournament. I don't think he's played a lot of carry games actually because it's just been banned out. So that can also be a big question, right? Is he comfortable on the carry? The glue is still going to be banned out by Team HAQ. You can already see some respect given over after that Fanny ban, right? You need to understand that, hey, give respect.
Yeah, just give respect. Even when you get away from it, you win against it once, don't stretch your luck.
Don't stretch your luck.
Just try to bat it out. And that is Team HAQ's going to be banning it out. I wonder if the Joy is going to be the choice for Incendio Supremacy. So far, there is a hero that we rarely see because it's almost always banned.
I mean, still the question is does Joy really deserve that ban? I feel like some people are still debating it because usually you see Joy in the jungle. I feel like that's where the more success is. Again, this is reminiscent of back then when Julian was always banned back in MSC, right? So Joy's kind of in that position. But this is the Ling ban coming out too, so it's 2 assassins. Still though, we could possibly see Gary still even pick up that Hayabusa, right? Which has popped up a lot throughout this M4 tournament, and still a great choice.
Instead, you don't want to play the Waka Gary game again, just like in previous games, so they just ban it out. Now, it opens up both Kaja and Valentina, but at the same time, Joy does it deserve the ban? I think against Incendio Supremacy, knowing that they have not picked that up yet, you can kind of gamble it. However, it's always like, all teams need to know how to play Joy. I don't see that for Incendio Supremacy knowing how they play. There it is. They will give out a Joy.
Because it's almost like one of those things. So I mean, even the group stages, the discussion was, man, are some teams just picking these heroes because because they're strong, and then you see them and they don't, it doesn't really work out for them.
But
Incendio Supremacy going to go ahead and pick up the carry, so this is the first start for them.
We saw in the first series of the day, once you pick up a carry and the Kaja is open, the Kaja gets picked up instantly, and the Kaja does so well against the carry. Because the range that carry has is pretty short, right? You can really punish the carry. And right now, Team HAQ, I think they're going to...
Joy carry.
Joy
Kaja,
That picks up a counter for Joy too, right? You pick it up away from Incendio.
Exactly. I think it's not rocket science to pick those up. And I'm pretty sure the Team HAQ has...
Your rocket science.
Yeah, your...
Science.
Your Joy.
Hey, thank you.
Hey.
You threw him off. Well, that is the point. There it is, though. It's not Kaja.
Not Kaja.
It's Grok.
So it isn't rocket science.
Yeah, it's more. It is. Okay, so what I like about the Grok is that you deny it away from the carry. The combo of the carry and the Grok has been proven to be the bane of Team HAQ when they went up against Echoes. You don't want to give that up. Also, it's a big open pick. You don't reveal yet whether or not it will be a roamer or will it be an X-Lane. And opens up the Benedetta and the Estes. All right, okay. So, the Turkish Delight still.
Well, I mean, they're still going with it, right? And this, again, if you're going to have the Estes, you always have to be mindful of that, right? I mean, we've talked about this so many times when Estes pops up, the sustainability and everything. But this time, with a Benedetta, I like it because... I mean, we've seen some great setups with Electrifying Blow, Petrify combinations, but then sometimes, when those amazing moments happen, you don't have that damage to follow up. Now, having the carry there and kind of locking people down and then having that safety net of the heal as well could be beneficial, but still, I think the biggest question mark is the Kaja possibly locked in here, right? Because, that's the Claude. So Claude's coming up. This is a very different trend of the draft that we're not used to seeing, I feel like.
The Claude is one of the theory-crafted answer to the ultimate bonding strategy because they grow together. You have our Thievery as well as the Blazing Duet. Then again, the presence of the Benedetta kind of makes it difficult because you have ways to kind of bring back the damage, and also you have access to the backlines.
Not just the Benedetta, but also the carry, right? Claude really struggles up against the carry in this lane matchup. So picking up that Claude is a bit risky. but I get what they're trying to do, right? They're up against the Ube, they're up against this kind of strategy where they want to group up. That's some AoE damage, and on top of that, you also have that battle mirror image that just is such a good escape tool. And Incendio Supremacy, from the games we saw, or from last game, literally, they really struggle to pinpoint on a target when you're up against so much mobility, and that's exactly what HAQ are doubling down on. Joy, Grok,
mobility.
Mobility.
Yeah. Not only that, but too, I mean, the fact that technically you don't know where the Grok is going just yet. You don't know where the Joy's going.
Jungle Grok.
Well, that's stretching it a little bit, but it could work. I mean, but still, roam Grok, side lane Grok. Joy could go in the jungle, could go in the side lane. We've seen that happen too. Heck, we've seen her in the mid lane too, right? So still, that's something there to consider. Obviously, Claude going to the gold lane. So still, the targeted bans here are towards the jungle for Incendio Supremacy. They take out that Martis. They don't want to deal with that utility. I mean, just tankiness. They might even take one more jungler out if for Team HAQ here. Because the response from Incendio Supremacy, they know that stat from Man with his Kadita. They take it out, and there you go. That's actually a great choice here, the Valentina, because you don't have to worry about them taking your ultimates as well.
Wild charge.
What's Rosa going to play now, right?
What is Rosa going to play? Yeah, still have the Savior, perhaps.
Oh, man, up against that dive?
Yeah, but the dive is just way too good. Maybe a Lilia, perhaps, if they are allowed to. But, you know, Team HAQ can just snatch that away if they... that actually fits their composition too. So they are Supremacy in a very bad spot. Eudora going to be banned out. One of the heroes of Team HAQ actually played too.
Interesting.
It's one of the pocket strategies or pocket picks for Man in the mid lane. Now it's time for Team HAQ to go for pick, and I honestly think at this point they need a mid laner, right? Do they want to go for something like the Lunox and take it away? No, they go for something like a Faramis. Yeah. So, you mentioned Lilia. I personally like the Lunox here for Incendio Supremacy. Up against so much mobility, you need someone to be able to burst them down before they even notice, right? And Lunox has that kind of capability. Lilia, on the other hand, very hard to hit those skill shots with a lot of mobility being placed, a lot of blinks as well, like the Claude. Let's see what they go for here. That's the Lunox pick coming through.
Well,
what do they pair it up with? You're looking for a jungler. Fredrin still is good.
How about they need that.
They need that. They need a front liner. Well, Barrett is also available, so that's also one consideration.
Barrett's Fredrin.
That's right. I have a crazy idea. What if they pick up a Leomord, or actually a Balmond?
A Balmond?
Yeah, but that's very unlikely. Leomord is a choice.
No, we haven't seen Balmond.
Okay.
Yeah, the Barretts.
Solid front line, right? They go for the efficient pick again. Not much risk with this pick. Very good clear.
Yeah.
Still an overall good pick.
Again, it's still something, you know, utility jungle. You can focus on the objectives. That's what you need to do. Almost probably like the second best choice if Martis is banned out, right? So I guess if you look at Incendio Supremacy specifically, they've got their bases covered. I really do want to see how the Benedetta is utilized as well, if they can kind of just put pressure around the map this time. Maybe it's Incendio Supremacy that's being like, hey, Team HAQ, respond to us this time, right? But even just looking at this, I really am interested. Okay, it's a Diggy.
It's Diggy mid.
Okay.
Wait, Diggy roam, Faramis mid, and that's the Grok in the jungle.
Yep.
No, it's Gary.
No, it's Gary. Oh,
it's Gary, man. I know you were excited to see it.
Come on.
Come on,
But
Gary.
Do you want to see Gary in a single dash hero, an ultimate for a dash? You don't want to see that. You want to see Waka Gary.
Yeah, that's a Gary. Joy.
That's a Gary. Joy.
Joy's a Gary pick.
Well, I mean, we'll have to see. Again, this is a very still weird, unorthodox draft, right? But it's Team HAQ. What can we? This is kind of something you. What's that saying with Malaysian teams? There's a certain saying.
You're never sure.
You're never sure. Yeah, I was thinking. No. I was thinking of the Tagalog version. But yeah, you're never sure, right? With these Malaysian teams here. But again, crucial match here. Their match point for Team HAQ. Incendio Supremacy. Even looking at the lineup, they've got great tools, again, like they did in the previous game. But can they make it work here? Ladies and gentlemen, we're loading up into the land of Dawn. Match point for Team HAQ. Incendio Supremacy looking to extend the series. Who comes out on top?
It's going to be very difficult to find out. You're looking at Incendio Supremacy. It looks like a very difficult lineup to pull up. I mean, I'm just talking about like ease of execution here. It's like so many conditions for Incendio Supremacy. If their composition is good, it's really looking good. But when it comes to like the raw damage or execution for Incendio Supremacy, it's definitely more difficult compared to Team HAQ.
I agree, right? Incendio Supremacy, looking at their composition, there's a lot that needs to go right, and especially that gold lane, because they're going to really bank on the fact that Sunshine and Rosa can melt down the frontliners from Team HAQ, and the bursters, the divers, technically, Gary, Panda. The way Incendio are playing right now is they're peeling with damage.
Yep. I thought you were going to mention the Ghost Bursters, but I feel like Faramis, in a way, isn't as strong as... Okay.
Missed it.
Not going to be able to get that, but still, I mean, very reminiscent of the previous game, right? A lot of early action here. The best thing, though, is if no one is able to get that first blood before that first turtle comes out, Wolf, who's got the advantage for that first objective?
I think Incendio Supremacy, just because of the fact that they have the Barretts, is very strong in the first few minutes of the game. And when it comes to like turtle fights, you can hold your ground utilizing your Daytona's Welcome. You can still pick up the Retribution when the fighting gets dicey, so you are actually immune to stuns or crowd control during that period. So I guess to answer your question, Incendio Supremacy should take advantage of that fact.
Well, let's see, right? Because early on, you can already see the matchup here. Sunshine is doing it a little bit better than Panda in the gold lane as expected. Because of this, Incendio do have a bit more pressure to play on towards the turtle, with Alien rotating to the mid lane and actually lane swapping with Rosa. Rosa wants to get that level 4 quickly. The turtles reset it, and they're both just going to disengage.
Yeah, everybody's got to be pretty much careful here at this point, but across the board, all green lights for everybody. So it really comes down to how they utilize this, especially even with the Time's Journey on Min here. But the poking coming out.
Alien with a petrifying the final blow. That's a Time Journey, but Min's going to be taken out. First blood over to Incendio Supremacy.
Oh, great decision there coming out from Alien. Also able to secure that first kill for himself. Should also be that turtle.
Whoa! Gary coming in, picking up the retry. That's a missed time by Lola, as Gary now is going to be forced to back off. Tianzi picks up the kill. Man, forced to flicker out, and Tianzi will just trade that away with a purple buff steal on Team HAQ's jungle.
Fortunately for Incendio Supremacy, they found the post-turtle fight and won it, because the setup was already there for Incendio Supremacy. They have 4 ultimates available in that fight. Alien already poked Team HAQ and got a kill afterwards. They have all the advantage in the world. Even Gary's a level under the opposing Barretts, the jungler of Incendio Supremacy. So everything should be theirs that moment. Fortunately for Team HAQ, they got the turtle, but they lost the post-turtle fight.
Yeah, I mean, already off to a great start here for Incendio Supremacy. Again, playing around with this lead that they have. And really, I mean, a lot of it too is Sunshine just being able to farm up as well as he can. Now, he had the Corrosion Scythe. He's going to be working on the next item. Yeah. You got to protect Sunshine, allow him to scale up, because right now, a lot of that early damage with Rosa having an early kill here, running that last worship, you know it's going to hurt, right? And Tianzi, like we mentioned in the draft, having this Barrett's pick and just kind of being able to secure an objective with a Daytona's Welcome, being immune to CC, is really going to benefit you here, because with this early lead, you got to continue to compound interest it, build upon it, and transition to mid-game.
And the thing is, Incendio, they have the lead whilst also having 2 very late game heroes that needs to scale, right? Remember, Rosa and Sunshine, they're waiting for items, man.
Yeah, they're going to be waiting for their major core items. I don't know if Rosa is interested in going for the Lightning Truncheon, but since they are utilizing this Nunox in an Ube setting, you want more of those AoE damage. And of course, Sunshine going to be waiting for the Wind of Nature before they fight, so that Panda as well as Lola will be nullified by Incendio Supremacy.
Man, I just feel like there's also just a lot of magic damage from Team HAQ. You can already see action more for this turtle.
Shadow Stampede, bringing Tianzi back. Alien in the midst right now. That's going to be the healing coming from Blessing of the Moon Goddess. As Tianzi finds the extra fire as well. It's combo together. Min finally pops a Time Journey, but it might be a bit too late. He's 1 HP. Panda's very, very low. Alien's looking for the dive. Flickers out. Gary now caught. That's a Phantom Splash. Gary gonna be falling down to the hands of Rosa. Meanwhile, Sunshine, that was a 4v5, and Incendio won.
I mean, 4v5, and you just saw, that's how much the sustain from that Estes pick works so well because you saw everybody was quite low, but no follow-up, no kill was converted for Team HAQ.
Rosa, the Ruby DD play. The Lunox bomb just zones out the members of Team HAQ. And eventually, Incendio Supremacy are going to be able to take over the map. The aggression is going to be there. It's time for the ultimate bonding experience. Hell, the Turkish delight. You can now taste it. It's how big served the Team HAQ.
3.7k gold lead. And we have to talk about the Joy pick now because we mentioned it in the draft. Our team's picking Joy just because Joy's a good pick. Because it seems like right now the Joy isn't really working out for Team HAQ.
The Radiant Armor pickup coming out from the Barrets, which was TNZ. More of a sacrificial role now, going for just tank ability. Allow them to nullify the effect of the Joy.
Huh. Well, I mean, at least they get a turret here on the top side, right? But Lola having a bad day.
Lola is just not, having a good day. 0-2-0 here in this game. Incendio keep on punishing him, but he's under the turret. It's not like he has any counterplay to that right now.
Well, Rosa.
But deadly, man. I do agree with this. Number 2 in hero damage, as you see, very aggressive plays coming out from Rosa, committing the Lunox bomb against under the turret, and he will not stop. Oh, Sunshine!
It's a solo kill practically. He goes in for the BMI, but will actually just fall to Sunshine. Sunshine still gonna be able to pick up the double under the turret while Rosa is tanking, and Apex is dealing out the heals.
Oh, it's very aggressive, combining the two ultimates of the Lunox, and of course the fact that Apex 47 can just heal him up. They're so aggressive right now because they don't get the Phantom Step to clear it out, and this is total dominance from Incendio Supremacy.
He's an assassin, he's not a marksman.
It's always sunny in the land of Dawn when Sunshine's playing, man, because what a game he's having on this carry already. It's not even at the 8-minute mark here. Next turtle comes up in, what, almost a 6k gold lead. Massive here for Sunshine, and I mean, it's Incendio Supremacy coming out just swinging basically at this point.
They know their timings, they know what they needed to wait for, and now they have total dominance. They will not be defending bottom lane, unfortunately, as Alien is far too late for that. Oh, I say that though, Joy is not a great pushing hero, unfortunately.
Definitely not right. I mean, in terms of damage and team fights too, he hasn't really been able to dish out that much. Panda clearing out the mid lane, getting some pressure back onto the team, but Incendio, with their Benedetta that's ahead 2 levels, they're going to control the side lanes 100%. Uh-oh, Alien with Eye for an Eye, getting out, Gary jumping in, that's the final blow, back to worst Team HAQ. Stampede brings him back, but it's all for Lord Alien, oh my god! Almost finds a trade.
I mean, that's just how far ahead Incendio Supremacy is, but meanwhile, Alien going what, 1 versus 4? Lord just taken by Incendio Supremacy, and now their eyes are up here on the top side of the map.
The maneuver coming out from Incendio Supremacy, classic to the strategy that they wanted to utilize. The XP lane will play the opposite lane from the Lord, or the long lane, and then they just take the Lord afterwards. They bought a lot of time. They even took the tier 2 turret up top, and now they're controlling mid. So with the Lord, I think that they will be able to clear out all of the outer turrets of Team HAQ.
I think you've just planted Gary there. He's going to deal with the Lord the best he can, but Team HAQ going to have to sacrifice probably some more turrets here, trying to buy as much time as possible with that Guardian's Barrier, but ultimately going to lose more space across the map. So the question is, even at this point, as the game transitions even further, what does Team HAQ need to do here to stay in this game to get back from this massive lead from Incendio Supremacy, Wolf?
Wow, I guess it's the Gary macro that will be the answer.
On a Joy, though.
On a Joy. Unfortunately, I mean, surely you have a lot of dashes, right, that you can escape, but now look at the pincer maneuver coming out. Alien's just buying time.
He is buying time. Now, you can see Gary, the great escape, trying to run away. Apex 47 is waiting. There's Gary. Is going to be able to dash away towards TNZ. That's so many dashes. Hey, Gary gets out. It's clean, and it was easy.
Giving the thumbs up as well as he escapes that again. Maybe that's why, maybe that's why Joy's picked, because you get to do that, right? But still, is it actually value as, especially mid-late game,
team fights?
Especially late game team fights, because I can't recall who said this, but it's almost like Joy is kind of like a mosquito, right? You're just kind of buzzing around, and it looks really cool, it looks really flashy, but is the damage there, especially when you're considering it with how much magic damage is on Team HAQ? Yes, you have the Genius Wand there, right? You have the Glowing Wand already, but is this enough, Wolf, for them to start to contest these fights?
I think that he's more of a shredder. So to answer your question, it will not be enough. But if he transitions to more of a shredder and Panda will be the sweeper, surely that will be enough damage. Combination of magic as well as physical damage in an AoE setting. So that might be what Team HAQ is waiting for. They're waiting for critical mass onto Panda, who is holding on to just the Wind of Nature and Golden Staff.
What?
And look at them go.
Man, forced to use a time journey. Alien chasing him down. That's going to be the damage from Tianzi in the back. Flanking, getting the position down. Lola defensive, wild charge out. Panda gets out, but when... oh my god, in the time of just one basic attack from Claude, Sunshine is able to dish out, like, what, 2 passive procs?
Yeah, and look at this. Lola doesn't have the flicker, and you can see Min is dead for now. Panda will have to just back down. They don't have any team fight integrity heading into the second Lord of the game. Incendio will just take it for themselves. What Incendio did is just to force out some of the resources of Team HAQ.
What?
Even the Lord was shredded.
My goodness.
I didn't even see the Lord.
He's just gone. I mean, this is a tough situation here, right?
Definitely.
And you're really wondering, again, was the Diggy the best option with all the available heroes here? And still, you know, at some point, it's really tough for Team HAQ. They're going to have to defend in their base here as that Lord is still marching down the mid lane. And, you know, I guess they can buy themselves more time, and that's what Gary's really trying to do, just keep pressure here in the bottom side. But still, when does Panda get to that point where he is a threat here? It's going to be really tough for them to defend.
Gary's too far.
9,000 gold lead 2 with the Lord already in on the base turret. Team HAQ trying to defend right now, as that's going to be the top lane base turret taken down. TNZ with a Deathless Welcome, forcing a time journey early. Man, still trying to buy some time. Goes for the Shadow Stampede to zone the other members away. 1 base turret down. Gary cutting the waves in the mid lane, denying the push from Incendio. Supremacy.
I'll just be able to push out. So what Gary was able to accomplish is to defend the turret without him being in there. It's the mid lane. However, top lane still falls to Incendio Supremacy, inching to a 9.1k gold lead for now. And all of the heroes have all of the core items that they needed. Very tanky Benedetta, very tanky Barretts, and a lot of sustain. Oh my goodness!
Wow! While in the wild charge, he gets melted down by Rosa and Sunshine. Now they're on the base. The call altar has been placed, but Gary's going to be able to actually lose all that out.
Oh
my god, that single target damage is unreal. Incendio targeting base right now. Panda with Wind of Nature. You cannot win of nature, magic, and true damage. Incendio strikes back.
My goodness. Very different game here that we saw from Incendio Supremacy. Very strong showing too. I mean, was this the full force of the Turkish Delight, Wolf?
It seems like it. We did say, we prescribed it after the first game that they should be answering all of those split pushes that Gary was able to do. It's what they did instead is to put a hero to actually manage a thing, that's Benedetta, and then ban out the 2 of the heroes that they cannot lock down. All they care about now is to control the macro game, and this time they know how to do it. I also love the early rotations coming up from the Barretts to press the issue against the Joy.
Remember when we said that the main cover peel for Incendio is going to be that damage? That damage was insane, dude.
Yeah.
What the heck? The tanks for flying Grok was in walk charge animation. He died.
Yeah.
Sunshine, man.
Yeah.
Right? Sunshine,
Oh
this
my
is why
God.
this is justifies that Carry is such a high pick
Exactly.
hero, because you saw what it does to tanks right now. It just shreds, and then paired up with a Lunox, you have the magic damage shred too, so it's really